listening to this call understand the difference. I certainly did not a couple of years ago, but I've taken it out of my hockey school name. So female is the way, is your gender at birth that you're born with, that is not chosen, whereas women and girls is what a person chooses to be. So getting it more into women and girls is just more inclusive language to make everybody feel like they can participate. So I shared that with the group of goalie coaches, and they were very receptive. And up until that point, we used female a lot with female hockey or female coaches or female this. And you could see right away that the specifically the guys were trying to change their language to men and boys and female, or women and girls, away from male and female.
That I've been labeling my drills like that too, with W instead of an F.
Yeah, it's a hard language to change, and it was hard. Like, I don't know if for me, like my website was, because my school was called Sami Jo Small Female Hockey School. So changing it to include, because I have women and I have adults, and so then it just becomes this mouthful of like women and girls all the time throughout the whole language. But I think it's important that people feel inclusive and feel like they can participate and attend, and those that
what about the word ladies?
I think ladies is fine. It tends to, I see it as an older group of women. Yeah. I wouldn't see it as girls necessarily, and it just seems like it definitely can be used, but I don't think that it is you would refer to kids that way.
I would see someone in a dress with a little hat on.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I found coaching women. When I use the term ladies, it was to get their attention.
Yeah, and I don't think that it's wrong. I think that ladies, and now I'd have to check with people that really know, but to me, ladies is also what somebody's choosing to be versus what they are born as and maybe are attempting to transition into something else.
Yeah.
But good question.
It's important, Sammy, because obviously my stuff's called Total Female Hockey, so it's a pretty big brand change to do, but I am finding it I'm much more mindful of it on the ice when I'm instructing, in the way that we speak to players. And I know our association, has spoken quite a bit about language and how we deliver that, right? And so, even as something as simple as you send out an email and say, oh, well, I hope your daughter enjoys it, is not always the correct way to do it, right? And so it's hopefully, you plant the seed in people's minds and they start to think about it, and we'll get it wrong sometimes, but I do think it's really important. I'm glad you brought it up.
The charity Fast and Female, which is Shonda Crawford, the cross-country skiers charity that works a lot with empowering young girls, their language has stayed as, so the company is still called Fast and Female, or the charity is still called Fast and Female, and then they have a little tagline below it, and those that identify as women and girls.
Oh, that's a good way.
So I thought that was you're kind of covering all your bases there. So maybe if you're looking at it, branding change or inclusivity, maybe check their website out, because I thought it was good, because they've already, everything's branded as Fast and Female, and it kind of rolls off the tongue, right? But they wanted to be inclusive of those that identify as well.
What is that website again?
Fast and Female. So it's the Olympians. Shonda Crawford started it. Becky Scott does a lot of work with it. It's tends to be sort of more of a cross country or running, but they do. When Natalie Spooner skated on Battle of the Blades, she donated her charity money to Fast and Female. So they do a lot of empowerment of women and girls in school